Hey, welcome back. Sonic the Hedgehog turned 30 this year. Pretty crazy shit, isn't it? For the 30th anniversary, I figured it was time to finally bite the bullet and give the versus treatment to some of my earliest reviews I've ever done. You know which ones I'm talking about. If you've been a part of this channel since the dawn of time, these are likely how you even discovered me, back when this place was the Super Gamer Brothers. That's why they're called SGB Reviews. And while I'm always going to have a ton of sentimental value for these, my roots on YouTube, I like to think I've gotten a lot better since then. I've certainly mellowed out. I've lost hair, gained a hat, put on weight, lost some of that weight. But no, it's the plastic look, it's the ass brow, the buzzsaw mohawk. Never was big on that, but that's just me, you know, different strokes for different folks. Either way, Sonic grabbed me at a young age. Let me rephrase that. Sonic got my attention at an early age, and that was that. But once the Dreamcast started making the rounds, when I caught eye of those Sonic Adventure commercials, I would inject that shit directly into my veins. I wanted Sonic Adventure. And that dream would be fulfilled about 2 years after the Dreamcast launch, but better late than never. Still one hell of a birthday gift, I have to say. I got my Sonic Adventure action in. I was able to experience Sonic Adventure 2 as it launched for the first time in celebration of the series' 10th anniversary. I even used the Dreamcast as a means of playing the old games thanks to these emulator CDs I permanently borrowed from my uncle over 15 years ago. I was playing Sonic on TV again, but the sound emulation in these CDs were awful. You have to hear it for yourself. Dear God, it's like crazy bus. The one thing that always drives me nuts with Sonic nowadays is Sega's refusal to keep things consistent. They get something good going and then it's like, nah, it's enough. Knock them down a peg. Then we're back to mediocrity, if not pure garbage. I love the community. Now, some of you are some of the most obnoxious, dim-witted shitheads I ever had the displeasure of knowing. But I know most of you are okay. Sonic fans are passionate, extremely passionate, but as long as they know how to keep shit to themselves or don't be the answer to the question nobody fucking asked, I welcome it. I bask in it. If it wasn't for Sonic, God, I may have never met some of my friends online. Brain Scratch, Clement, Ant, just to name a few off the top of my head. The community is undoubtedly the reason why Sonic remains relevant even today. In my eyes, that makes the journey worth it. That and Sonic videos are some of my most watched stuff on the channel, so there's also that. And yes, it's this man you have to thank for giving us the lovable speed addict we all know and love sometimes. But at first, Sonic wasn't even a hedgehog, and Eggman wasn't an egg. He was a former president. Or was it Sonic was a rabbit? He was going to be an armadillo, which will later be the basis for Mighty the Armadillo. That's always going to be an interesting tidbit to me. But eventually, Mr. Oshima would settle for a hedgehog. He was part of a band, even had a human girlfriend named Madonna, probably going for a Who Framed Roger Rabbit appeal. But this band idea and Madonna were lost in development, never to be heard from again. You know what, call me crazy, I'd love to see Madonna brought back in some form. What, Mario's got like how many girls? Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, fuck. If Mario Odyssey can bring back Pauline after God knows how long, after Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a future Sonic game can bring back Madonna as a human or an animal. I don't know how the fuck it would work with Amy on the scene, but hey, I ain't the writer. Let them figure that shit out. It's a simple story, unless you go by the Western localization, because over here shit simple won't cut it. Sonic was a brown hedgehog that could run fast. The elderly Dr. Kintobor wanted to see how fast, so he has Sonic run on this special treadmill, and then that causes an explosion that changes Sonic's color from brown to blue, and then one day, Kintobor spills a soda on this machine of his that contained a bunch of evil energy the Doctor was studying, and then he becomes evil and grows fat because there was also a hard-boiled egg in the vicinity when the transformation happened, and then he changes his name to Robotnik, which is Kintobor backwards. Is this the origin of the Archie stuff? I legit can't tell. That's also a rhetorical question. I don't really care. Be Sonic. Be atomic. Oh shit, Sonic's radioactive? Fuck, I knew it. He just killed the folks of Green Hills, Montana just by being there. Way to go, asshole. I thought the countywide blackout was bad. Sonic is a dude of simple tastes. All he needs is one button. And this is back when the gameplay was simple enough that you can get away with this shit. Anyway. Just about everything can be taken down with Sonic's jump, or as the manual calls it, the supersonic spin attack. Yeah, the jump. Making 3 lefts to turn right there, guys. Manage to finish a stage with 50 rings, though, and you can enter the special stage where you can nab one of those 6 elusive Chaos Emeralds. Back when there was only 6, maybe the 7th was negotiating a better contract. Visually striking, but potentially nauseating. Oh my god, especially if you played the prototype, where you manually control the maze itself? Holy fuck, I just realized Sonic 4 Episode 1 totally called back to that. Huh. The things you realize in hindsight. Unfortunately, this seems to be the trend with Sonic 1's overall flow, because after Marble Zone, you have Spring Yard Zone, an ultimately faster stage than Marble Zone, no doubt, but it's got its share of slow and annoying obstacles too, like these elevator blocks, which shits on the pace, and after that though, Labyrinth Zone, the water stage, the slowest zone of the bunch. Like, it's not even the drowning that gets me. They give you plenty of air bubbles to refill your timer, but most of the zone is just this kind of stuff. The European experience, I'm kidding. And the zone itself is one of my favorites too. Back to that high-speed platformer, but you also got these indestructible bombs that I love to spam at this point, and these green Orbonauts that I can't make out that face. Is it concern? Post-traumatic stress? Your red counterpart was clearly angry in the past stage, but not you. You fascinate me, Green Orbonaut. Then you get to the last zone, Scrap Brain, where it's just fuck you. Hell, the stage punishes you right in the opening seconds. Just go and hold right and watch your dumbass fall down the opening booby trap. And that makes me laugh now more than anger me, but it's like, kiss my fucking ass. At least it's not overly long, with Act 3 being incredibly short, if you know the proper shortcut. If not, Labyrinth Zone Act 4. Hooray, speed, yay, fuck Mario. And there we go, Robotnik has been thwarted. Get all the Chaos Emeralds, and you fill Green Hill Zone with more plants than it needed, honestly, but it's pretty to look at, so I guess it was worth it. And watching Robotnik jump on the end credit will always be satisfying to me. That poor end credit, though. The controller will always be my preferred means of playing these games, but nowadays, I'm playing Sonic 1 on my mobile phone via the Taxman version, where you can enable the elemental shields from Sonic 3. Make Marble Zone actually fast-paced for once, look at him go. The spin dash is here, instantly makes this version better. Shut up. You also got the Insta Shield, one of my favorite moves in Sonic period. I'll save that for Sonic 3. You can play as other characters, like Tails, with some stages even have new level design to accommodate them. There's even an exclusive 7th special stage where you can nab that final emerald and get Supersonic for your troubles. Ah yeah, Supersonic, here we go baby, time to blast off with Sonic Speed. Oh. Sega seriously needs to give this a fucking console release already, and spoiler warning, I'm gonna be saying the exact same shit for the next video. It's 2021. And I'm still saying this shit, and I can only hope that the upcoming Sonic Origins collection for next year will finally rectify this, and that's what my ass needs, another Sonic collection and another copy of Sonic 1. I have so many goddamn copies of this game, you'd think I was a Sonic fan or something. God forbid. Bundling the game with the Genesis and selling it at a cheaper price compared to the competing Super Nintendo. The parents spoke. It wasn't about Sonic being faster than Mario or having all that edge shit. This was the cheaper option, so the family's getting a Genesis for Christmas. While Sonic 1 was in development, Mark Cerny, Mark Cerny, would go and establish the Sega Technical Institute in California, the goal being to develop more games in America. When Cerny caught wind of Yuji Naka departing, he managed to convince him and thus the other former Sonic team members to join STI to make things better for themselves, better pay, better working conditions, a coffee mug with their faces on it or some other shit. This would lead to a bunch of things, and I mean a fucking shit ton of things to be left on the cutting room floor. Gameplay mechanics like smacking into a wall and Sonic feeling bad about that. Okay, I'm glad that was cut. Entire level concepts gone with the wind at conceptual stages or left in an incomplete state like the infamous Hidden Palace Zone, or the lesser known but very much brown Wood Zone. Genocide City Zone? That's metal as fuck. There's nothing here though, just like Undertale. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and to peel back the layers and seeing how much of a pain in the ass it was to develop given what I've read and researched, I don't know. Never take game developers for granted, unless they're assholes or they have really shitty working policies. Most are just folks that want to make ends meet like the rest of us. I can only hope there weren't too many bridges burned after the fact. Sonic was also getting a new buddy to join him, everyone's favorite two-tailed sidekick, Tails, designed by Yasushi Yamaguchi. Was he also a Phantasy Star dev? Let me see it. Hey, there it is. Miles Tails Prower. Initially, it was supposed to be just Miles Prower, but Sega of America was like, you guys are fucking lame, and gave him the nickname Tails as a compromise. Hey, I got nothing against the name Miles, and as an Ace Attorney fan, I welcome punny names. Miles Prower would be the name of a culprit who murdered people with a Formula 1 racer. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 would see a near global release, November 21st, 1992 in Japan, Sonic Tuesday, because it was released on a Tuesday, with America and Europe getting the game just a couple of days later on November 24th. That's a Friday, so it doesn't really lend itself to any wordplay I could think of.
Alone on a Friday night? God, you're pathetic. Play Sonic 2.
It doesn't work. Dr. Robotnik is back and being an absolute shit again. Once more, he yearns for world domination using not only the Chaos Emeralds, but his new fully armed and operational battle station, the Death Egg. What? Tails totally hijacked that plane for himself in later games though. He figured, fuck it, Sonic ain't using it anymore. Tails flying in to catch up is something only the AI can do. Or he can just walk in the air. Okay, my dude, I know you can fly, but no one likes to show off, you little shit. Tails will accompany Sonic throughout the gameplay if you go with both characters, where the Orange Fox will mimic the Blue Hedgehog whenever he can. You can even plug in a second controller and control Tails manually for about 2 seconds before your little brother stops when they can't even see the fucking fox, given the fast gameplay and how the camera is fixed exclusively on Sonic. so that sucks. And on a side note, I know when people think of the drowning music, that 10 seconds of emotional trauma, they think of either Labyrinth Zone or Chemical Plant Zone. And I get that, totally fair, but I'll always think of Sonic 2 multiplayer first, because after one player crosses the finish line, the other player had a minute to finish up. During the final 10 seconds, the drowning theme would start playing, and since I was always the one on the losing side as a kid, that's what got me all riled up, and that fucking siren noise that played whenever the first player crossed the goalpost. I heard that shit, and suddenly I was like... There's only so many rings to nab, and you have to avoid bombs placed inside the pipe too, which you can avoid easily enough as Sonic, but when you got Tails by your side where his movements are slightly delayed, it's like, you fucking need Ultra Instinct to get the reflexes needed to dodge shit. And swaying between the bombs in the 4th and 7th stage is a fucking nightmare. Though Special Stage 6 is a real bastard too, the ring count is so incredibly strict. It's the one I fucked up the most for this review. Come on. Maybe I was just too caught up in the scrolling pixels. These were mesmerizing to me back then. This was right before I was exposed to Star Fox and the like. I never saw anything like this before in a video game, but I'm taken out of it whenever I... Fuck! But okay. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's either this or Sonic Adventure 2 where most folks got their start with Sonic, and I'm certainly no exception. But still, even with all this high-octane spectacle, there's much to discover in the zone, including pathways I didn't even know were a thing until many, many years later, one that even skips this dreaded water section with the moving blocks that everyone fucking hates for good reason. You see, I'm not the sort of dude that looked up level maps for Sonic games. Dungeon layouts for RPGs, sure, but level maps for platformers was never really my thing. Am I weird? Most definitely. But I have my preference. Every goddamn enemy in Metropolis Zone. God, it never stops at this place. The Asterons in the walls waiting to pop at the most inconvenient times. The shell cracker with hitboxes I can't even begin to fucking explain. What in the actual... Come on now. The Slicers, my most hated enemy of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm talking the whole fucking franchise. The Seahorses and Oil Ocean come close, but these scumbags, Christ alive, there's always one or two when you least expect it, and given the speed of the gameplay, you're likely to just run into the motherfuckers and they can still catch you with their projectile slides. It's rare that I get a special stage in Metropolis because my ring count is nowhere close to 50 because of all these shitheads. Oh, missed me, bitch! You know what? I got time for a little vengeance, so stay still, you little prick. Ah! It was so exciting seeing Sonic take off as fast as he did in Chemical Plant Zone, to the point where he would outpace the camera itself. Holy shit, look at him go. You go, Sonic. Keep on keeping up. What? I finally got past the 7th stage, seeing all those flashing colors, that gray emerald entering my sight, signifying that I did it. I did do it. Though the first time I got Supersonic legitimately, I was already in Wing Fortress Zone, the second to last zone of the game, so I didn't have much time to use him elsewhere, but I didn't care. I got all the emeralds. The finale of Sonic 2 where you wreck Robotnik's laser cannon in Wing Fortress, and then you follow him into the Death Egg. Sonic can't breathe in water, but the fucking vacuum of space, child's play, or whatever. Then you got the encounter against Silver Sonic, the first of many robotic Sonic counterparts. I know Metal Sonic is the one everyone remembers more, and fair, he is a better rival for Sonic, but Silver Sonic always had a special place in my heart. And he's so chunky, like that's a thick fucker. It's amazing how I'm able to spin dash through him and not turn into a red paste. But you beat Silver Sonic and it's just you and Robotnik left, where you find out, holy fuck, this round dude can run. I beat Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I already finished Super Mario Bros. At this time. I knew the satisfaction of beating a game you spent considerable time on, stopping the villain, saving the princess and all that, but Sonic 2 was different. To my 8-year-old self, this felt like I just finished climbing Mount Everest. I finally tackled one of the greatest obstacles of my youth back then, getting through the water tower, avoiding all the spiky traps, getting smacked in Metropolis, surviving Wing Fortress, watching the robot fall apart, the Death Egg exploding, Sonic hightailing it out of there, Tails noticing his new friend is in danger, making the save in a tornado. What a great friend. And this is why I like the normal ending more, because I feel it better represents the camaraderie between the two. If this is supposed to be a bad ending, no, there is nothing bad about this ending at all. You get the emeralds and Sonic is already super during the plummet, not needing Tails at all. The shot of Super Sonic is badass, but the emotion of the scene is stripped. Oh Jesus, what's happening? Gil, you're alive!
Yeah, when I heard you were talking Sonic 2, I just had to escape purgatory, I guess.
You were in purgatory?
Yeah, but it wasn't so bad. I had Alex Kidd for company until he suddenly left.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Looking good, by the way.
Thanks, you too. So we ready to talk Sonic 2?
Damn, sorry man, I'm just wrapping up. But let that go to show Sonic 2 is so good, it could bring people back to life. There's always next time, Gil.
What is next time?
Sonic CD.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on that one. But hit me up when you defend your wrong opinion on Sonic 3 being better than 2.
Yeah, fuck you.
Nothing gets the viewer engagement going like some good old Sonic 2 versus 3 debate.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Catch you later, man. Oh, and tell your fucking cat I'm pressing charges.
Bitch, I will bite your dick off. Pressing charges. Like, how the fuck are you gonna sue a cat, huh? Dumbass. No sponsor this time. What? It was either the PC release, the one that I think was bundled with Sonic 3D Blast or Sonic R, one of those, or they got their first taste with the Sonic Gems collection on the GameCube. Though, now that I think about it, it's likely you first experienced this thanks to the HD remaster. I can see that nowadays, can I? Yeah, it's only been about, what, 10 years? It's been 10 years since the HD remaster came out? Great Scott. While the Sega CD was one of Sega's many flops during this time, Sonic CD ended up being the best-selling game for the add-on at over 1.5 million copies sold. So that's gotta be something, right? No? Alright, let's continue. And like a lot of other Sega CD titles, there were FMVs, animated cutscenes in Sonic CD's case, which look great even after so many years, produced by Studio Junio and Toei Animation. I know most folks are probably used to the higher res cutscenes thanks to the later releases. You get a better view of Sonic jumping across mountains, hopping on water for a brief second, and I think he goes behind the trees here and tugs one out before moving on. However, a part of me still enjoys the original FMV on the Sega CD. The frame rate is choppy as hell, but the video compression makes it look like the whole thing was made with pixels, and you know me, that gets my pixel bias all kinds of hot and bothered, makes me want to go behind a tree, and you get the idea. All Sonic games before had a nature versus technology theme to them, but I think with Sonic CD it's the most apparent. Sonic says wind energy is clean energy. Fuck those birds. Sonic, however, does have some new skills. The spin dash is here, but this right here ain't the Sonic 2 spin dash. This is more like the Japanese and American team didn't exchange notes during development sort of spin dash. It's nowhere near as snappy as Sonic 2, considering that you can't even take off without fully revving up the spin. Let go of the buttons any sooner and Sonic won't go anywhere. It's awkward, and something I'm glad the HD version fixes by giving us the Sonic 2 version. But you might notice some peculiar level design that makes no sense at all. Straight up nonsensical shit like rings being inside walls or item boxes that are impossible to reach. Is the game broken? Is this what they call Little Planet fever? Given that some stages have oceans on the ceiling, that might be the case, but no, it's just the game pushing you to use time travel. To ensure a good future for Little Planet, Sonic must use time travel to travel back to the past and destroy these robot generators. You achieve this by touching the appropriate time post and traveling at a high speed for a certain amount of distance until Sonic does some serious shit and warps to a specific time. And yes, this was inspired by Back to the Future. Naoto Oshima confirmed it himself in the interview, and let's just say, I really hope these sparkles following Sonic are not made of plutonium. With some stages, you can be here for a while trying to get the robot generators, and some of them are hidden behind some particularly nonsensical puzzles. The one in Wacky Workbench Act 1 is always my primo example because you have to stand on top of this thing that looks like it can crush you. By principle, it should be able to crush you. But it's actually just something that leads you down a secret tube. Dick move, Wacky Workbench, and this stage is already making me bounce uncontrollably like an over-caffeinated child. Not even Sonic enjoys it. Look at him all wide-eyed and filled with anxiety. Just do yourself a favor. Once you do get the generator, just lose a life and reset the stage and time travel back to the present there. You'll save yourself a bunch of time. Not the greatest level design. Have you seen some of these stages? Some have amazingly cool backgrounds. Like, I want to know the story behind these locales. Is that Jupiter? Where the hell is Little Planet normally? Then you got this one where it's just Robotnik's face. And then you got, jeez, the 90s running amok. God damn, why? God, it legit hurts my eyes. I'm out of here. Gonna make like Sonic here after waiting around for 3 minutes and cause a game over. What a prick. I'm American, so let's start with the American soundtrack first. It's fine. The Bad Future rendition is just as groovy too, even if the lyrics make no sense to me. Hoo-wah-hee. Hoo-wah-hee. Nothing against Spencer Nielsen and David Young, but the American Sonic CD soundtrack just isn't my cup of tea. That's more of my preferences though, and I'm sure they put out other great tracks like Ooh, never mind, they reek of sin. The Japanese soundtrack, on the other hand, composed by Naofumi Hataya and Masafumi Ogata. Alright, time to go full weeb, as the kids say likely. This is one of my favorite soundtracks in all of Sonic, one that has stood the test of time with flying colors. For the longest time, Sonic Adventure was my favorite soundtrack. Just to be clear, it's still top 3. But when I finally got to hear the Japanese tracks to Sonic CD, and this was years later after I first played the game, it was love at first listen. It's not as moody as the American soundtrack, and I understand the some that sort of undermines Robotnik's menace as a would-be conqueror. This dude's trying to conquer Little Planet, but here I am fighting him in a workout treadmill with some remixed Xavier music. The funk is strong in this music. Damn, I love it so much. It's about as Sonic as you can get. The pinball boss is something you either finish in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. There's absolutely no reason why Robotnik needed to surround himself in bubbles in Tidal Tempest. Just wait a few seconds, less Sonic drama, dude. That Sonic movie sequence sequel do be looking pretty hot. There's also whatever the hell this shit is in front of the Japanese cover. To live a life of power, you must have faith that what you believe is right, even if others tell you you're wrong. I would argue that it depends on what you're currently believing in, but whatever. The first thing you must do to live a life of power is to find courage. You must be ready to reach beyond the boundaries of time itself, and to do that, all you need is the will to take that first step.
Or something like that.
By the end of 1993, Sonic was one of the most recognizable video game characters ever, seeing exposure in not only games, but television shows, commercials, even getting a dedicated balloon for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's too bad in its debut, high winds ended up rupturing the poor fucker's eyeball and sent him crashing. Development of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 began as early as January of 1993, and the Sega Technical Institute at this point was split into two teams, one comprised of Japanese developers who would work on Sonic 3, and the other American developers who would work on other games. So much for trying to mingle and learn from both parties in the same team, that philosophy went out the fucking window, didn't it? Because of a pending McDonald's promotion to tie into the next game, the team was given 1 year to make the game. It did not matter to Sega that Sonic 2 was under an equally tight schedule and shit had to be cut because of that, and they wanted this game to be larger than that. That McDonald's moolah was just too tempting, I take it. So the team got right to work, and at first they wanted to make a new game that would take advantage of Sega's virtual processor chip, pretty much the Genesis equivalent to the Super Nintendo's Super FX chip, allowing the console to render real-time polygons. You can see it in action with the 1994 Virtual Racing. And no shit, I mean, if I were to compare, this looks like it ran way better than the original Star Fox and Stunt Race FX. However, this was the only game on the Genesis to incorporate this processor chip. For one, the damn thing was super expensive to produce, and thus it was sold at a premium. It was priced at $100 in 1994, which is like, carry the one. $180 in today's economy. And keeping their finger on the pulse of pop culture at this time, Michael Jackson was even contracted to produce music for the new Sonic game, as the King of Pop was already a fan of Sonic beforehand. But then shit would go foobar for varying reasons, causing MJ to leave the project and go uncredited. And I don't know if it was because of the initial child abuse allegations or it was because Jackson was unhappy with the sound of his productions. MJ's actual contributions to Sonic 3's score is still, even in 2021, one of the greatest fucking mysteries of Sonic 3's development. And I like to think the last thing that we as a species will learn before the heat death of this planet is whether Michael Jackson actually made any music for this fucking game, and if it's still in there. I mean, the answer is clearly somewhat. That's a great theme. But then, just a couple of years ago, a prototype of Sonic 3 was dumped on the internet dating back to 1993. And to my shock, the music tracks for the zones I mentioned were the PC tracks, only with proper Genesis instruments. It blew my mind. Holy fuck, these were the original tracks all along. So what does that mean for the tracks we hear now? Why the change? It had to be because of Michael Jackson's involvement, but are they his actual contributions? Are they tracks from Brad Buxer, one of Jackson's sound collaborators? Were they retooled Jackson compositions from Howard Drosten, who had to make new songs in short time after MJ left because of the abuse allegations? I just don't know why Sega or others are so goddamn tight-lipped about it. Is it just legal reasons? What sort of deal was made? Why has Sonic 3 rarely seen a re-release after Jackson's death? What did he know? How deep does it go? When I think of Genesis music, I always think of that twang. You know what I'm talking about, that. And hey, I'm not saying it's immediately bad if it has twang. I really enjoy the Genesis Mortal Kombat music, and it's almost nothing but. When talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 nowadays, I think it's safe to assume most folks are talking about the combination of Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles, because like I said, that was how the game was originally meant to be. It was only because of McDonald's that the games were split up. That's a sentence I definitely said out loud. The difficulty curve is also a little screwy. I don't find either Sonic 3 or Sonic & Knuckles to be particularly hard, but in Sonic & Knuckles' case, the third stage is Sandopolis, and that's like, what the fuck? But for the sake of this video, I played this game a lot. I played Sonic 3 alone, I played Sonic & Knuckles, and I did 3 complete playthroughs of Sonic 3 and Knuckles with all 3 characters, as well as a Sonic 3 Angel Island Remastered playthrough, a mod of the Steam version, because holy fuck, this is no doubt the best version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles with widescreen support and so much customizable options at your beck and call to make your ideal Sonic 3 playthrough. And then I did a prototype playthrough for shits and giggles, and then finally a Knuckles and Sonic 2 playthrough. Can you tell I really like this game? And when you're playing a Sonic, you don't fight the big arm boss at the end of Launch Base. It's one of Robotnik's greatest contraptions because this motherfucker can do the impossible and actually harm Super Sonic. Wait, he didn't... Okay, I could have sworn Big Arm could harm Super Sonic, but that's not what... He ruined my joke. But dedicated fans could also lock on their copy of Sonic 2 to play the adventure with Knuckles. You could use his glide to fly over whatever you could, or ambush an enemy giving you shit. Nailed it. He makes one hell of an entrance though. You got Sonic and Tails entering Angel Island on the hunt for Robotnik, and I guess Sonic had D&D that night with friends because he starts off going Super Sonic, looking to wrap things up fast, but then Knuckles uppercuts the fuck out of him, knocking the emeralds out of Super Sonic's possession. Damn, Knuckles got hands. After that, Knuckles isn't nearly as cool. Just a dude that gives you a love tap before fucking off or going down pathetically easy. It's weird. Tails has gotten a couple of upgrades. By that I mean he can actually fly on command now, and he can also swim in water. Doesn't last forever obviously, but he can easily reach higher terrain with little to no effort, making his journey overall easier than Sonic, until you get to the Robotnik fight in Marble Garden, which is now the hardest fight in the game. As Sonic, all you gotta do is jump off Tails and hit the bastard, or if you're Super Sonic, you just fucking... Tails has to meticulously aim his lethal propellers at the dude, and with that jank hitbox, it's like a fucking game of Operation. Most of the time I'm not bothering because I think lives are kind of meaningless in a game where you can save your progress, but I do love getting an extra power up. When it's the one I want in the Gumball stage anyway. No, Tails, I really wanted that electric shield, you fucking idiot. And word of advice, don't be like me as a kid. Just because you're Knuckles, that doesn't mean you gotta grab the red balls now. You still gotta get the blue ones. What? I play as the red character. I think I gotta get the red balls. A simple color correlation. Fuck off, leave me alone. Hey, if you end up really liking Blue Sphere, plug in a Sonic 1 cartridge into Sonic and Knuckles, and while it may seem incompatible, I mean regarding Sonic 1 it was for the longest time, now this is actually the secret Blue Sphere game. 134,217,728 levels of Blue Sphere madness. Mother of... Some have to be repeats, right? It isn't even possible to complete. I bet the dude who first discovered this shit back in 1994 is not even halfway done. Who the hell has time for that shit? I'll just stick with normal Blue Sphere. But getting all the emeralds unlocks Doomsday Zone, the true final level of the game, where it's Super Sonic against Robotnik's last stand, which you defeat just by ramming your fucking face into it a couple of times. The first time a Sonic game has ever locked the true ending through the magical emeralds that are not really emeralds. They're not emeralds. That always bothered me. Why are they called Chaos Emeralds? They're not all green or emerald cut. They're more like Chaos Diamonds or Cubic Zirconias if you want to be cheap. Look, the Super Emeralds? No, these are diamonds. I've wondered for the longest time why Hypersonic hasn't been brought back since this game, but then I look back and I see, man, this shit hurts my eyes looking at it. Not even Hyper Knuckles gets this crazy, but Tails gets to become Super Tails. Yeah, Super Tails, not Hyper Tails. For some reason, the kid doesn't get a super form with the Chaos Emeralds. He needs all those plus the Super Emeralds to get a transformation, but then you actually unlock it and see that Tails got the best deal. Increased speed, increased flight, and vulnerability, and yeah, his
Flicky Army of Death.
Yeah, I had to bring that one back because that's what it is. These little demons will attack anything on screen. Nothing stands a chance. Not Robotnik, not his minions, not even this giant metal hand. What? But it's not just Robotnik, there's also his robotic goons. There's mini bosses in Act 1 of every zone now. Stuff like this barbecue grill, this bowling ball, this thing swinging his arms in the air like he just don't care. And you know what? I'm the biggest stooge in the world. I didn't realize this was likely a Golden Axe reference in the Mushroom Hill mini boss. I need to play more Sega games. His journey ends in Sky Sanctuary against the returning Mecha Sonic, a robot you fight in Sonic Story a couple of times. He uses some of Robotnik's old machines and it's like, dude, it didn't work then, it's not gonna work now. But when you defeat him one-on-one, you notice, he didn't blow to pieces. That's where the Knuckles encounter comes in. I love details like that. He makes short work of that egg robo though, so much for that jerk. The ending isn't as heartwarming as Sonic 2, but it still makes me feel good. Watching Angel Island once again take to the sky, Sonic and Tails heading off in the tornado with a grateful Knuckles smiling from afar. May this never happen again. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 was not Sonic the Hedgehog 4 when it was conceived. It was originally a mobile exclusive game tentatively titled Sonic the Portable. Check out the Ferris wheel in the back of Casino Street. You can even still see the original Sonic the Portable graphic. They really couldn't be bothered to change the graphic on that one, which I think speaks volumes on the team's work ethic for this one. Though Sega brand manager at the time Ken Ballo would say that Sonic 4 was the summation of longtime fans wanting a new 2D Sonic after years of nothing. Do the handheld games just not exist in this reality? As well as Jun Sano, who did make his debut in Sonic 3 as a song composer. I think his only contribution to the soundtrack was like 2 songs, which is why I sort of skimmed over his role in the game last video. Either way, I'm pretty sure people are more familiar with Jun Sano's modern contributions than they are with his Genesis contributions. I think so anyway, but I am not too big on his work for these games. No thank you. I love you, Jun, but not for these. What the hell was I talking about? Right, Project Needle Mouse. This is how the game was being teased at first, a callback to one of Sonic's original prototype names. I'll give Sega of America this, they certainly knew how to hype a product up. I still have pretty vivid memories of when this game was initially teased. The whole 19th anniversary contest with folks submitting entries to win a potential trip to Japan and get their hands on Sonic 4 first. That was the reason why I made that first Sonic interview animation way back when. That was for the contest. I didn't end up winning, but I came close, and the only reason why I think I didn't place top 10 was because I had Mario in the cartoon. They probably wanted to keep things strictly Sega. Oh shit, oh fuck, I'm sorry about that. The original Sonic 1 logo being the last thing we saw before getting the release here. Though I like to think it was actually Pikachu in a sombrero. I fucking love that image. That's how it was gonna be, and in early 2010 we got our first glimpse at Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. Okay, it was going to be an episodic release, almost as if this was originally a small mobile game and then made into a bigger project without really making it into a bigger project. Since when did Sonic do episodic releases? It was a little confusing, besides everything. The lack of Tails and Knuckles, the over-reliance on reusing previous level themes, believe it or not, the fact that you could choose any stage from any zone in any order you want, almost like it was originally a mobile game. And the minecart is not the kind of interactivity I'm looking for in a Sonic game, especially now in an era past the handheld version of Sonic Lost World, the way you have to tilt the device to get things moving. No thank you, no. I am repeatedly jumping and using the mid-air dash just to keep things moving because without that Sonic isn't fun. But this can end up fucking me when I dash past the goalpost and I missed a special ring, but I can't get back in time and get into the ring before the game auto-locks me out of the screen because Sonic is so goddamn slow on the ground. Oh my god, that happened to me like 2 or 3 times in this playthrough. It's only a matter of time before you get all the Chaos Emeralds and oh my game just crashed. But alas, it's called Episode 1 because about 2 years later we got Episode 2. Getting all the Chaos Emeralds in Episode 1 teased players with a glimpse of things to come, Metal Sonic, who I think says oof when he turns on. Having both episodes in the same console, sorry Wii owners, even unlocked the short episode Metal, where it's explained how the diabolical Metal Sonic returned from Sonic CD. Dr. Eggman points out his corpse and Metal Sonic's back. Hooray! Also, looking a little burnt there, Eggman. All those explosions must be catching up to him. Besides the returning Metal Sonic in Little Planet, which acts more as a background element rather than a location you visit. That's where the CD callbacks stop. Poor Amy Rose doesn't even get a mention. And I remember being so let down when I nabbed them all originally. Do you remember when Sega accidentally released the full game for Steam users close to a month before official release that still had the debug feature enabled? I remember that, and it was funny as shit. What can you do? But I am so done with Sonic 4 at this point, as is Sega because low sales and response of Episode 2 canceled the rest of the planned series, so Little Planet being trapped in the Death Egg is the final ending. Get fucked, Little Planet. So hey, remember how I said that after Sonic 2, the Sega Technical Institute was split into a Japanese and American team, the Japanese team getting to work on Sonic 3? Well, guess what the American team got to work on? Yeah, Sonic Spinball, released in 1993 as a holdover for the holiday season while the Japanese team worked feverishly to satisfy McDonald's investors. And that would certainly explain why this is one of the only games to make reference to the American television shows. You do have some influence over Sonic's actions, so you can slightly steer Sonic to get a better position for the next flipper launch. The game is still all kinds of jank though regarding control and collision detection. Shit, sometimes I find myself clipping through geometry altogether. Yeah, I guess that's a shortcut. Still, Spinball just isn't for me, so there isn't much else for me to say other than the Showdown could eat my asshole raw. The game is pretty comfortable until you get here, then it's just dick kick city with how much shit can end your life or waste your time. Sonic and Tails flatter Robotnik's fortress to put a stop to his plans, right? That's true for both versions. But in the Game Gear version, I guess the tornado was out for repairs because I don't know what the hell Tails is flying here, a jet turbine? And poor Sonic, he's just holding on to dear life there because there's no room for him to stand on anything. You can show a little more concern for your friend's predicament there, buddy. But no, this version sucks, but it isn't the last time Sonic would have a pinball game for a portable device. There was also Sonic Pinball Party for the Game Boy Advance, which fun fact I completely forgot was even a thing until I finished recording footage of Spinball. I'm doing the basic Google browsing for research for this eventual video, and I'm like, alright, there was a pinball game for the GBA, wasn't there? I saved a lot of balls though. That's what the game said anyway. It was like I was a doctor checking for unusual lumps. But that's enough pinball for me. Let's move on to the next game. Anyway, Mean Bean Machine. It's Puyo Puyo with an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog skin. That's it. Got some good sprite work and some of the best portraits in Sonic like the Climax and Robot and Scratch's Booty Warrior face. But I don't like Puyo Puyo, I am absolute garbage at Puyo Puyo, so I will not waste any more of your time. What do you guys know about Sonic Extreme? There is quite a story behind this game's development. It was supposed to be Sonic's next big endeavor after Sonic 3 and something that would lead the charge for the upcoming Sega Saturn. That never happened, of course, and if you want a great video that goes into the whole spiel, I can't recommend Matt McMuscle's What Happened video on this subject. Go watch that and consider subscribing to his channel. Yours truly even made a special guest appearance in the Sonic Chronicles video. Sonic arrives in Flicky Island, and I don't know why, I just love this shot of him staring at these robots. It's like Sonic is also questioning the sudden shift in art style. Also, the fact that exiting a special stage leaves you with no rings could lead to bullshit like this. And this wasn't his only contribution to the Sonic franchise, because Traveler's Tales was also tasked with another Sonic game for the Saturn, since Sonic Extreme at this point was... Look alive, it's Sonic R.
You can't be serious.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
Sonic R? Again?
Again? That video was like over 11 years old, my dude.
It's been 11 years.
Hit you like a truck, right?
What have I been doing with my life?
Honestly, I don't know. And I don't care. Yeah, this is the game that introduced the Tails doll. For one game, that's it. Then for a while, it lived on through memes and creepypastas. Had a good run in the comics for a bit, though. You remember when you transformed into a giant cock and balls with a vagina at the shaft? The fuck was that about?
Nah, I needed the money. By the way, I'm moving in for a bit. Times are hard.
Excuse me, what? No!
Don't worry, it's like I won't even be here. By the way, out of coffee creamer.
Out of coffee. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. With Sonic Team actually overlooking development for this one, since they now had all the time in the world after Extreme. Yeah, that. But because Sonic Team had more of a hand in this, Sonic R is actually pretty decent aesthetically in some respects. Chaos Emeralds are also obtainable hidden behind ring gates. Nab these and come in first place and you'll eventually unlock Super Sonic, the definition of unbalanced. Okay, the whole roster is unbalanced. Amy, Robotnik, and Egg Robo, they are all just pure shit. And the less I say about the Tails doll, the better.
I heard that.
Yeah, and I'll fucking say it again, you suck! Yes, I'm playing a PC port of a Saturn game for the GameCube on my Wii U.
What?
As for the music, it is some of the most ill-fitting, cheesy, cornball 90s combination of dance, pop, house, and new jack swing, once again composed by Richard Jocks with lyrics by TJ Davis, but I love it anyway. Wait, what's this Sonic Jam on Game.com?
It's just Gamecom, you simpleton.
Then why the fuck is there a dot in the name? Oh my lord, what is this? I guess I can scratch that off the bucket list now. Honestly, I don't know what the hell I was expecting. Dr. Robotnik has created another Death Egg and threatens to conquer the world. But Sonic and Tails get the idea to meet Robotnik in his home base using this rocket that only seats one person, you fucking idiot. Amy with her hammer never felt so deadly, and poor Robotnik at the end of the arcade campaign doesn't stand a chance with the fighter's constant barrage of utter nonsense. Matches are over in less than a minute though, so it's not as if you have much time to let that soak in. Again, this is a game I really like conceptually. Sonic and friends just beating the shit out of each other. The rest of Sonic Battle involves Emerald growing not only physically, but emotionally, learning new things from his new friends until it suddenly gets too powerful and has to get the old yellow treatment by endgame. But it does have some sour points. Amy sucks in this game. I don't like what they did to her here. What? She's overly concerned with her figure and weight loss so that she can win Sonic's heart. She's fucking 12 years old, guys. She takes the relationship thing way too far, mistakenly thinking Emerald is Sonic's way of telling Amy he wants a child, and she's gaga over the idea. There's even a point where she becomes so exhausted from battling, she hallucinates Sonic helping her, and you fucking fight the hallucination. That's in some part funny, but also disturbing. Where did that sense of independency go from adventure? Amy's entire arc in this is, bitches be crazy. This story's idea of content is having you fight characters for 5 rounds, then you fight the character again immediately after for 10 rounds. It's fucking 15. This happens so much that by the end of Knuckles' story, I stopped. No, this isn't fun. I'm not having fun with this and I refuse to continue. Fight for 5 rounds. All right, now do it again for 10. Do this battle without getting hit. Enjoy this 3-on-1. Enjoy this 3-on-1. Did someone say more of the same goddamn robots? It's Emerald time, baby. You like the feeling of a 5-ton weight strapped to your ankles? Well, here's more of that. Hey, there goes all your health. Alright, this is a rare Johnny from the future moment making a very quick edit here, otherwise the comment section is going to be littered with the exact same fucking comment. Holy shit, Sonic Showdown. The fan game, I only learned of this after exporting the first draft of this video. But this is exactly what I wanted Sonic Battle to be. I'm just making a note that yes, I do know about it now, and yes, I might just make a video on it later, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm going to go do that later today. Now back to our regularly scheduled Sonic programming.
Start!
Jesus Christ. The mini games, the one we managed to get anyway, and there were repeats, they're nothing special. Rudimentary stuff like a game of tag, heavily luck-based stuff like getting Eggman out of his jail cell that, wait, what are we doing here? He's already in the cell. Mission accomplished, just go home, guys. Some games are just blatantly unfair to others. The 1 versus 3 stuff are just too easy to win for the single player. Also, what the hell is happening here? Eggman makes the character huge and everyone's suddenly like, oh fuck, that's it, I'm sorry Tails, we have to kill you now with these guns we found. We had more fun ribbing the damn thing, how dreadfully dull the game was. The boards weren't interesting, things were happening that were unclear. Accident? Did someone piss their pants? What's going on? We deliberately stalled the game just to land on more minigame spots for the sake of making the game more interesting, and we also let a small child drown. We just stopped caring about the precious stone. You know, it's sad when my friends and I got more enjoyment watching Sonic sitting all by his lonesome in the dark in 1 in the morning, while his friends occasionally stopped by and taunted him. Recently, this channel just broke 400,000 subscribers. And that's incredible. Thank you. If you didn't know, I sort of made a promise that if one day I should break 500,000 subs, I'd look at the Persona series. Yeah, I kept that strictly on Twitter for the time. You can follow me here at SomeCallMeJohn. But now with that actually being a possibility, you know, I will make it official here on YouTube. I will make it known here and now. If this channel breaks 500,000 subs, I will dedicate a marathon to the Persona series. Yeah, I'm willing to step way out of my comfort zone. Way out of my comfort zone. We're heading back into the Metroid series proper because we got Dread coming out soon. I think about a month from now when this video goes up. And so I will see you guys next time with the beginning of I'm stumbling over words because I'm doing all this in one take and the script can only help me so much.